been almost 80 years since Oklahoma voters legalized medical marijuana by a vote of the people, but in his final State of the State address today, our governor says he wants voters to shut it down.
That's what he says. However, not all lawmakers are on board with undoing what voters overwhelmingly approved. News 4's Tanner DeLeon is here with why the governor believes the industry needs to be rolled back and what some lawmakers should be the focus on all this instead. Tanner.
Yeah, there's a lot going on with this, Kevin and Allie, because legislators backing the governor, they say the issue should be put to another vote. But those against reversing the will of the people argue any concerns should have been addressed before the state question passed, instead of trying to rewrite what's already been done.
Send the marijuana issue back to a vote of the people and let's shut it down.
In his last State of the State address Monday, Governor Kevin Stitt called on lawmakers to send medical marijuana back to a vote.
One of the greatest threats to public safety is the out-of-control marijuana industry. When Oklahomans voted to legalize medical marijuana in 2018, we were sold a bill of goods. Out-of-state liberal activists preyed on the compassionate nature of Oklahomans. Then it opened up Pandora's box.
He says the industry is plagued with foreign criminals. The Oklahoma Attorney General's office says in just the past 2 years, it has shut down more than 9,000 illegal grows statewide. The State Bureau of Narcotics says hundreds of arrests have also been made in the last 5 years. Many top Republican lawmakers support the governor's call.
And I stood up and clapped on that one because I have been pushing back on this state question since it was passed and trying to get it reined in. The original vote passed with 57% of the vote. And a couple years ago, they tried a recreational marijuana state question that was defeated by 63% of the voters. So I think the second vote is Oklahomans saying they're fed up with what we ended up with.
But not everyone at the state capitol agrees.
I'm not into revisiting state questions. I think we should trust the people and that we should actually implement them well.
Senate Democratic leader Julia Kurtz says more should have been done before medical marijuana became legal.
This legislature, before our time, could have made a decision to put guardrails in place before the state question passed. Instead, they stuck their head in the sand and let that question pass and be mayhem.
According to the governor's office, there are only 2 ways the governor can repeal an already passed state question: through legislative referendum or putting another state question on the ballot.
We do take seriously the voters' intent and what the voters actually voted on. I would think the governor's path, if we want to actually repeal it, would need a state question, just from the standpoint of doing the right thing.
Now, we also reached out to the Medical Marijuana Authority about the governor's remarks, but they declined to comment. We also reached out to the AG's office, but we have not heard back.